Christina, darling, I'm gonna make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommie Dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said that life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not going to play with you anymore.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin.
I'm Jake.
And this is Movie Matters. We're back with bad 80s movies. And I would say this is a bad 80s movie. With Mommie Dearest from 1981. I did not care for it that much. And I'll get into it. But Jake, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, like, from a technical perspective, it was, like, fine. I just, like, couldn't care less about the subject matter. So, like, it was really hard for me to, you know, like, kind of, I don't know, objectively, you know, like, decide whether I liked it or not, because I didn't. It's just uninteresting to me. So, like, any kind of, like, celebrity life biopic thing is just, like, super uninteresting to me. Like, I couldn't care less.
I'm the same way. I can't fucking stand biopics, and they keep, like, making a ton of them in Hollywood right now. And biopics are just so boring. And I forget who said it. A filmmaker has said, like, I want to just make a biopic about a specific time in someone's life, not their whole fucking life. Mm-hmm. And, like, just focus on this one segment of their life, and that's it. And, like, that could be interesting, but also it's like, I still don't care. Like,
yeah, I mean,
controversial.
Like certain people, like, are interesting, you know, like certain historical figures and stuff, but, like, celebrities aren't interesting. Like, by and large, they're all kind of nut jobs and pieces of shit. So, like, you know, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a controversial take, and I mean, I love Christopher Nolan, but, like, Oppenheimer, I just was like, cool. It's a well-done movie. Acting's awesome, but, like, I could care less. And the rewatch value, I've talked about this a handful of times in other reviews, like, rewatch value for biopics for me is dog shit.
Yeah,
dog shit.
Yeah, zero. Like,
yeah, I just don't care. And I think that's what this movie suffers from as well, but that's just my take on it. I think the acting from Faye Dunaway, I think, is actually really good in this. I mean, there's some parts that are a little over the top, but, like, I think her acting is awesome in this. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I did think she was pretty good. I've never seen any of Joan Crawford's movies, but supposedly she, like, absolutely nailed, like, all of her mannerisms and stuff, which I probably should have done some, like, research into that. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's supposedly she, like, really, like, crushed it. So, at least in the aspects of, like, being Crawford.
Yeah. And same here. I've never really seen any of Joan Crawford's movies. And I've seen some Faye Dunaway movies. Like, one movie that is, like, super near and dear to my heart and is, like, I have a lot of nostalgia for is Dunstan Checks In. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
No? It's about an orangutan that checks into a hotel, but basically is, like, brought to a hotel, and the hotel owner is Jason Alexander.
Okay.
So, you know, George. George, thank you. George Costanza from Seinfeld, that's Jason Alexander. And he is the hotel owner, and, like, his kid takes in this orangutan that I think Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, is I think he's the owner of it, or he's like the guy that comes in to like try and capture it. And it's a really funny movie, and I loved that movie as a kid. And like Faye Dunaway's like, I forget what she is, but she's like a pretty ritzy, glammy woman in the movie, and like that's what I remember her from. But this movie, I think she fucking kills it for the most part. Like, her acting is awesome, but also that trailer we just watched was god awful.
Yeah, I mean it was a biopic trailer. Like,
yeah, how do you market this movie? Like, the movie also is kind of all over the place, and that's what doesn't help sell it for me. Like, it's all over the place. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, we talked a little bit about this recently, but like, biopics, I think, suffer from that, yeah, like stringing together a bunch of small vignettes about particular instances, and like, it's hard to weave some sort of plot into someone's life, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of biopics are just meandering because it's like this person had a life and like they did stuff, and like, you know, like there's no overarching thing usually to anybody's life, you know, unless you're like gonna craft it that way, you know, like Oppenheimer's like character arc is obviously like building atomic weapons and then regretting it. So, but like Faye Dunaway abusing her kids is pretty one-dimensional, you know. Like,
it's literally the whole movie is her just being a total bitch, you know, asshole to her kids. And like some of these scenes are brutal to watch. So I think they're really effective, and I think like the blocking and like how the scenes are set, like the staging, I think is really well done. Like the scene where she cuts her adopted daughter's hair is like intense, and you're like, holy shit. Like, like it looks like they have to be doing that for real or something, because like that was so well done.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I think, several instances where the editing during like the like abuse like sequences, like the editing is really well done. Like you said, the acting is really well done, and then like you said, like I mean, I guess it is the cinematography is really well done. I also wanted to, like, while we're praising it, let's get in what we can. But the set design is incredible. They actually shot on location, like, as much as they possibly could. Like the school. At her
house?
So her house they could not get into. But they rebuilt the house like to spec in the Paramount studio lot.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like I read that the like upstairs was in one studio, and then the like downstairs was in another studio. But yeah, they like meticulously like rebuilt her house for all the interior sequences. It's
really well done, and it's pretty interesting that this movie didn't get nominated for any Oscars. But yeah, I mean, like the cinematography, I think one scene that stands out to me specifically in terms of the cinematography that I was like, and editing all in one, that I literally was like, that is like so well done, is when she's chopping down that tree in her garden. And like there's the axe hitting the tree. Like it was so well done. I was like, whoa, that is so cool. I was blown away with that. Like that was like the one scene that I was like, nice. You know? The rest I was like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the movie made money. It's not like this movie was a box office failure. But what it is in terms of a failure is like the movie was released to like super bad reviews. An audience flocks like went to the movie to they went with like wire hangers, and like we're a very rowdy crowd. God, I can't talk. And they, like, the studio, Paramount, seized this opportunity of, like, making it, they basically were like, this movie was supposed to be a drama, but now we made it into a comedy because all these people are going because they're like, they hate the movie and they're kind of making fun of it. And so they marketed it as a comedy instead, which is crazy. And it's not, like, there's nothing comedic about this movie at all.
No. And, like...
So that's really interesting.
Yeah, and, like... yeah, I mean, we use this all the time as, like, the like, standard for a lot of things, but, like, Roadhouse is a movie that's supposed to be a drama, but ventures into the area of comedy just from some of the absurdities, you know, in the movie.
Yeah.
And, like, I kind of get how some people might see that in this movie. However, the subject matter of this movie is not funny. So I don't quite get it.
I think it's because of the overacting is what people said. Like, this movie has a huge reputation for Faye Dunaway having overacted this whole movie. And it's a cult classic because of it. I think that's why, but I also don't think she, like, maybe there's a couple scenes that she's overacting in, but I also think that was part of her character, because there's multiple characters in this movie that are like, Joan, why are you acting right now? Like, stop acting.
Yeah. I think, like, that's, like, probably the central theme of the movie is that, like, she was constantly in character as herself.
Yeah.
You know?
Very bizarre.
Yeah, like, even in private life. So,
yeah.
This
film,
I don't know. I don't get the comedy thing. Like, when I watched it, I was like borderline, like, this is a horror movie.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was super uncomfortable the whole time watching it. And then, like, I was looking, you know, reading about it, and I was like, why do people think this is funny?
Yeah. I mean, I also got kind of bored. It's a long movie. Like, I got bored of it. And I was definitely, I'm not going to lie, I was passing out at the end of it.
Yeah. Fair.
And this is also, this is another movie that I didn't take a ton of notes on. I feel like these movies lately, I just, like, was it Howard the Duck that I didn't take a ton of notes movies. On? Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just, I liked our first two movies, and I don't like our second two movies so far. But it's 50-50.
Yeah, we're batting 500. It's all right.
Yeah. I also read that the film fails to mention that she adopted 3 girls, Christina and two girls. They were twins, as well as.
Is it Christopher?
Yeah, she had 2 Christophers, and she sold one to a couple for $250K. That's at least what the trivia told me. So.
Yeah, like, from what I read, there was a lot that this movie both totally fabricated and excluded.
Yeah, really
and, like,
interesting.
Christina Crawford has actually, like, denounced the movie and said, like, yeah, my mom was bad, but she was not this bad. Like, basically.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, because it's based on a book. Christina Crawford made, like, basically a memoir, and this was one of her book was one of the biggest selling memoirs in the history of American publishing, with more than 700,000 copies sold in hardback and more than 3 million in paperback.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's like, she said on the film, like, her reaction to it is, "This isn't my life. This isn't my mother. This isn't my story. I was devastated by how it turned out because it was a melodrama. It would have been great if they stuck with their original choice, Anne Bancroft, as the actress." I think so. A lot of people. I mean, well, first, the film, like, swept the Golden Raspberry Awards, or the Razzies, which is known for, like, bad movies. 5 wins, Worst Picture, and 3 out of 4 of the acting awards. And at the time, it had a record 9 nominations. Crazy. I really don't think it's that bad. It's not a good movie, but I don't think it's, like, trash.
Yeah. I mean, I think you know, some of that, like, and like I think there is a theme of our month is actually like bad media
Yeah,
on all these
100%.
movies. Like for like this, like you said, like this movie got eviscerated by critics. Like I think it was either Siskel or Ebert gave it like 1 star, which is like pretty.
I think it was
rare.
Ebert.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was just like this movie's absolute dumpster fire trash. Like,
Yeah.
so
Well, it's-
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't think it's that bad. It's not good. It's definitely not my particular taste, you know, of movie. But objectively, it's not like a poorly done film,
No.
you know. So
No, it's not. I mean, so Faye Dunaway, there's a lot of notoriety about her. I don't know if you read anything about her. She thought she would win the Oscar for her performance. And she obviously wasn't even nominated. So when the film was released to poor reviews and, you know, Paramount's promotion kind of changed tunes, she was pissed. And to this day, she refuses to talk about the movie. And like when she goes on interviews, she submits a list of topics that are off topic, and this is one of them. Yeah, pretty interesting.
Right.
She was also despised by the crew.
yeah, that's what I read, that she was like semi method acting the whole time, and people like could not stand it.
Yeah, she was so rude to people. Everyone was on like pins and needles when they worked with her, and then everyone relaxed when she was gone. And what's funny is like it's so ironic because she acted like Joan, and it's like she didn't learn anything from her, is what
Yeah.
I read.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Dunaway. Like, is that how she is in like all the
Yeah.
time? Or okay,
I think so. I mean, there's this one excerpt I found. Shortly after production began, when millions of dollars had already been invested in hiring crew and cast, building sets, and creating costumes for the film, Faye Dunaway suddenly threatened to back out unless her then-husband, Terry O'Neill, was given a producing credit. Following tense and protracted negotiations, Dunaway got her way, and O'Neill received an executive producer credit as Terrence O'Neill, despite not doing any producing at all.
and having no background in film at all. I think, right?
Yeah, I
Like-
think so. Just crazy. I don't know. I hate that.
Yeah, it's just a cash grab kind of move.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you have the upper hand, and that's ballsy to do that.
Yeah.
and a dick move.
Yeah,
I don't know, just like some of the scenes where she's like racing her in the pool. Joan Crawford's racing Christina in the pool and like beating her every time. Like that was interesting.
well, it was funny
Man.
because I was like, "That's not that bad." Like, you got to teach your kid every once in a while. You know, like they're gonna
Yeah.
lose. But then, yeah, she like beats her and throws her in a closet. And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, take that back."
Crazy. I just Googled, yes, Faye Dunaway has a long-standing reputation in Hollywood for being a difficult or diva-like actress. Demanding behavior, on-set conflicts, clashes with co-stars and directors. But it's what it's stacked up to is perfectionism, some mental health struggles like bipolar disorder, and a refusal to conform to industry expectations. Huh. Interesting. On set for Chinatown, she allegedly threw urine at director Roman Polanski.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Have you seen Chinatown?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, very awesome movie.
Yeah. Yeah, very good movie. Yeah, I mean, I hate that. I hate that she's like a jerk.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, you're one of like 100 people in Hollywood that like makes a shitload of money for like pretending to do stuff. Like,
Yeah.
be happy that you're where you are. You know? Like,
Yeah. Jeez. And so what's funny, a funny connection is we had mentioned last week on our Heaven's Gate review that movie killed New Hollywood era, and the Faye Dunaway was in Bonnie and Clyde. She was Bonnie.
Oh.
And she had, basically that was the movie that started that New Hollywood era. So it's very interesting that you chose, again,
Yeah.
another weird connection, Jake, that like there's, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon for this podcast, the 6 degrees of movie matters.
Yeah.
That's what we should call it. So, yeah, I love that. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah, the Mommie Dearest, the famous movie title that's like a term of enslavement. And that was like, if they just called her mother or mommy, she corrected us over and over and over again saying, nope, Mommie Dearest, which is very interesting.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, very weird. I also thought one scene that was kind of comedic to me, but it wasn't obviously intended to be comedic, is when Joan Crawford's like out, running and exercising, and she's like, the way she was running was absolutely ridiculous. She was like,
Yeah.
like throwing her arms around. I was like, what is she doing? That scene was the only scene that really made me laugh. Yeah, the whole wire hanger scene is like very well known. Obviously, like I said, people were in the audience with wire hangers. But I think that, again, I thought her acting was awesome, was so awesome in that scene. And it's so intense. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's really all the notes I had. There wasn't too much trivia on it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it deserves all the negative hate it got?
No, not really. Like I said, it's not like my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
like it's like there's a lot of great technical aspects to the movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, setting aside the, like, scripting and stuff, like, it's fine. It's like a technically good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, like, it suffers from the normal things that biopics suffer from. So, like, I don't want to, like, treat it like it's somehow worse than any other 2-hour biopic,
Yeah. Now, which movie do you like better, this or Heaven's Gate?
I think Heaven's Gate.
I'd probably agree, even though both were boring as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Heaven's Gate's at least interesting subject matter to me. So
Yeah. Agreed. Just
so I
poor
would
execution
probably take
on that
Howard
one.
the Duck over either of them.
So would I. Man. And what do we have next week? It's like Things. It's called Things.
Things.
Right? And that one does not have a good rating on IMDb.
I haven't looked
So
at it.
what's funny though is the first two movies, Ishtar and Howard the Duck, had very poor reviews on IMDb, and
The
we both
worst
didn't mind
of
them.
these so far.
Yeah, and then what's funny is this movie, Mommie Dearest and Heaven's Gate, had 6.7 out of 10, and we both clearly didn't like them. So maybe this movie will, this upcoming movie will be better.
Yeah, I think this is a horror movie.
Yeah. It's hard to find on IMDb because it's just called Things.
Yeah.
Here, 1989. It's unrated. It's an hour and 25 minutes. It's got. I think I mentioned this before. It's got a 2.9 out of 10, dude. That's pretty bad.
That is really bad.
The first review on IMDb, 1 star. Oh my god.
Should we pivot in real time?
I don't know, man. It's
Oh man, I didn't know it was that bad.
yeah, we gotta watch it though. We gotta watch it. We can't.
Right.
We can't.
We'll
not.
end the year on the worst movie.
Yeah, yeah, and then we'll start the year on what ones that I'm sure it's gonna be in our bottom list. I'm sure. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Got anything else you want to add?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not much to it with this movie,
yeah, I mean,
other than it's meh.
yeah, I mean, I think probably the most interesting part about the movie isn't anything to do with like the movie. It's that, you know, the Christina, the like primary, you know, focus of the movie basically said that like none of it's real.
Yeah.
So, you know, like
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a movie.
but I mean that's
What are you gonna
a lot of biopics do that. They just
Yeah, they take liberties.
giant liberties, and
Yeah.
because otherwise it's just somebody's life, like, you know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like
What-
biographies work better than biopics,
Sure.
I think, in general.
What I find funny is that we always tend to do this where we have an episode that's pretty long. Like our last episode was like over an hour. And then the next episode that follows is usually pretty short.
Yeah.
And this is that case. It happens every time, and I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about this movie. I
Yeah.
would recommend it. I gave it like a 2 out of 5. It's okay. Again,
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah. If you like celebrity gossip kind of stuff, you'd probably like this movie.
yeah. Yeah.
But I don't care at all. So,
And we're going to end on that because that's a perfect way to wrap it up. So thank you guys for listening. Sorry that was a little short. That's all we got to say about the movie. That's
next
that,
week
folks.
might be even shorter. We'll see.
Yeah, you never know. It could be a dumpster fire. We'll see. So stay tuned. Catch you guys next week.
See ya.